To be here in Mandera County this afternoon, and on behalf of President William Ruto and the people of this great country, I want to welcome our friends from Ethiopia and Somalia and Jubaland to enjoy the hospitality of our great country. Excellencies, I welcome you all to this significant launch of the Kenya-Somalia Ethiopia Borderlands project. This project, which is supported by the British government, is a strategic investment for Kenya and the Horn of Africa, a region whose people have often felt marginalized and neglected. It's also a pragmatic and sustainable approach to the socio-economic challenges the region has grappled with for decades. As the government of Kenya, we are confident that it will contribute to the ongoing peace and stability efforts and improved socio-economic status of the Borderlands people. Distinguished guests, indeed, our borderlands are infamous for insecurity, constant inter- and intra-community conflicts, low literacy, poverty, and harmful cultural practices, harsh climate, among others. As of February this year, at least 36 million people at the Horn of Africa were wallowing in a fierce famine when the region was under the longest drought in 4 decades. Before the March 2023 rains, we had crossed the 5 million mark of people facing starvation in this country. While Ethiopia lost more than 4 million animals, in Kenya, pastoralists lost at least $1.5 million to the drought. It was indeed catastrophic. We thank God for the good rains and the greenery we have seen as we flew here. On the other hand, retrogressive traditional practices are denying our girls and women the right to socio-economic growth. Girls and women between 15 to 49 years are at the risk of FGM at a regional average of 61.3%. Distinguished guests, since we enjoy stability in Kenya, we are now home to more than 2.5 million refugees from the East African region, mostly from Somalia. Thousands of others are displaced from time to time due to inter- and intra-community hostilities, majority in the struggle for resources. Insecurity impedes development. Insecurity impedes education. Children learn to pick the gun instead of the pen. Fear for their lives keep teachers away. Further, infrastructural development is silenced by armed conflicts. We must silence the gun for the industries to roar back. We must silence the violence for socio-economic prosperity. Although we are yet to meet the African Union target of silencing the guns by the year 2020, we have another opportunity through this project to address the root causes for progressive elimination of armed conflicts, not just in the Horn of Africa, but the African continent. That is how we can achieve the Africa we want, where no one is left behind. Distinguished guests, it is against this background that I welcome this 3-year initiative, which seeks to give the people the power to rise. The governments and partners are facilitators in the true reflection of bottom-up socio-economic transformation of our communities. In this regard, it's upon us to create a favorable and sustainable policy environment for shared prosperity. We are taking orthodox measures to spur the livelihoods of our pastoralists, such as through sustainable access to safe and clean water for human and animal consumption. We are enhancing drilling of more boreholes, distilling and maintaining existing ones alongside water ponds. With sufficient water, communities will easily integrate crop farming with pastoralism for enhanced food security. This will also allow them to grow pastures for sustained feeds supply. Given that our communities here are only separated by borders, these measures can be replicated for the good of our people. We also seek further collaboration in improving access to markets for produce such as beef and milk. In this regard, I call upon our partners here to support and work with us. Distinguished guests, as we host our neighbors fleeing conflicts, this influx is a drain to our own resources at the local and national level. Frontier counties have had to spend more, which overstretches the available resources. That is why we are reaching out to the United Kingdom and other partners for more support in building and strengthening resilience measures. Further, we encourage local administrative units to support inter-community integration. Cultivation of unity and trust must be people-centered for ownership. This will contribute to sustainable peace. While we are making strides in ending the terrorism menace, we must do more on states, especially in empowering the youth to prevent resurgency. Education, vocational training, and mentorship of young people is key in job creation and exposing the youth to innovation and entrepreneurship. This again calls for partnership. Distinguished guests, on behalf of the government and the people of Kenya, I welcome wholeheartedly this project and look forward to its successful implementation in Kenya. And once more thank the British government through the High Commissioner, Her Excellency Jane Marriott, for their commitment and concern and friendship in helping us to achieve sustainable peace among our borders and within our region. Asanteni sana. Nimeshukuru sana kufika hapa Mandera, na ukweli ni kwamba hii ndio mara yangu ya kwanza kufika hapa. Many years back, when I used to serve in the then provincial administration, it was deemed a punishment to be posted to the then northeastern province. It was a punishment. So if anybody had an issue with you, that's where they would post you. So sometime in 1996, I was working in the county of Kiambu, and I had a quarrel with a leading politician then, who was very powerful. And he decided to go to the office of the president and have me punished by being posted to this province. So I was posted to Garissa, and when I reached there, the then provincial commissioner Maurice Mahanu posted me to Ajia. So I did not have the opportunity to be posted here. But when I have looked here and listened to the governor and the people around here, and our ambassador, our high commissioner has been here several times, I don't think this would have been a real punishment. I think it's a good place. And I think the Ruto administration is desirous of turning around the fortunes of the people of this region through sustainable interventions to make this region the bastion of hope and our leading producers of food to sustain food security in this country. And it is doable. If we open up the roads, have mega dams, sink boreholes, have water pans, the environment in this region and the arable soils would sort out our food security challenges once and for all. But that can only be possible if we are able to create peace and a good environment for investment and farming and tourism. So I really want to thank the British government for this intervention, for availing resources and time to create peace along our borders with our sister states of Ethiopia and Somalia. I want to reiterate that the Ruto administration is keen in its foreign policy objectives that a stable Somalia, a stable Ethiopia, contributes immensely to the stability of Kenya. Any eruption, any disruption of peace in our neighboring states has serious ramifications to our own stability. That is why we spend time to engage, to reach out, so that we create stability and peace within our region. It is good for all of us. Again, when our neighboring states are insecure and there is stability, and people have to flee here, and we have to host refugees in this country, is a big drain on our own resources that are already scarce. We therefore want to support this project 100%, and as our CS Interior has explained clearly, further to the discussion with the Minister for Security from the UK yesterday, is upon now our three countries to get to work and come up now with the modus operandi on how we implement this project so that we can create sustainable peace and stability in this region. Governor, usijali mambo ya shares. Si kusema hamuna shares, nilisema muongeze ilikuwa chini. I think I was speaking from somewhere. I gave an example. I think an MP from Mandera had come to a meeting, nikasema mambo ya maendeleo, mambo ya usalama, mambo ya huduma kwa Kenya, hakuna mambo ya shares. Kila Mkenya analipa kodi, watapata huduma yote kwa serikali. Mtapata usalama ya kutosha, mtapata barabara, mtapata maji. Lakini wale ya kusaidia Rais William Ruto kupanga Kenya, akichagua anaangalia mambo ya shares kidogo. Kwa sababu lazima achukue wale wanamuelewa na wanampenda na wanaamini yeye. Lakini nimekubaliana na wewe, baada ya uchaguzi ya tarehe 9, mlikuja kwetu na mkaingia na mkakata shares ya kutosha. Kwa hivyo tuko pamoja, lakini ningeomba nyinyi pale mbele, msingoje kuja kukata shares baadaye. Mkate shares pale wakati kila mtu anakata. And these shares are now open. They are open. So when the IBC blows the whistle, the people of Mandera, get as many shares as you want. And the decision is yours. And the truth of the matter, because people don't like being truthful, the truth of the matter, President William Ruto was elected as president against many odds, when the entire government had been mobilized against him. But the people of Kenya decided to give him the mandate. Now that he is president and is working, his election will be very smooth. So it's upon to you, the people of Mandera, not to make a mistake again. Align yourself with the incoming government, and don't just get ordinary shares. Go for preferential shares, so that you are part of government by right. You don't have to come after. And I can tell you, this country is going places. It is true we have had many challenges, and the president and all of us are going through them with the help of our international partners, and the economy has started showing signs of recovery. Na mbele iko sawa. We may have one or two challenges, but with the good rains, with an expected bumper harvest, with the interventions the president has made in terms of economic recovery, this is gonna be a great country. So tumeshukuru sana watu ya Mandera. I want to thank our CS Interior and his PS and our regional security team for the peace that we are enjoying here in Mandera, in Garissa and Wajir. This is very good. It has not been enjoyed for a long time. So we want to thank our officers who are working day and night to make sure that there is peace and security in this region, so that we can harness development and people can have the opportunity to make a living and improve their lives. So balozi wetu wa Uingereza, ukienda uende salama, tunakutakia mema. Na wewe ni wetu. na umesema utarudi hapa kama mtalii. So tumekukaribisha na umetufanyia mema. You've done very well for our country. You have really enhanced our relations with the United Kingdom, and we were very happy to work with you. We like your style, and we believe your successor will continue with the same. And wherever part of the world you go to serve, continue doing the good job that you did here in Kenya. This is your country. Come and visit us. Come here to Mandera, and come and visit us and see how we are doing. And wherever you go, you can also invite us to come and see how you are doing. Tumekubaliana watu ya Mandera. Tumeshukuru sana kwa makaribisho, na mkitualika tena tutakuja. Asanteni sana, Mungu awabariki. Thank you very much. I think